Hey guys, Gorilla Greg here. Welcome to the Apecast, where we talk about um, only primate-related topics, such as swinging on trees, playing the bongos, um, King Kong. He's very famous. King Kong, he's kind of like our Beyonce. You know how you humans, you have Beyonce? We have King Kong. Because he's like, he's like famous. He's on all the movie screens, all the billboards. He really gives us something to like aspire to. And what I like about King Kong is just like the idea of it is just like, what if there was like a gorilla that was just like fucking huge? Like, what if there was just a massive, gigantic gorilla? And he could climb the Empire State Building. I like that. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole premise. Meanwhile, like Godzilla, he's like an allegory for like nuclear war and like Japan and all that boring stuff. Boring. Big ape climbing the Empire State Building. Allegory for nuclear missiles. Big ape with a hot blonde chick in his hand. An allegory for all the deaths that happen because of nuclear warfare. Yeah, nobody cares about that. And if you're like, King Kong actually, it does have symbolism and themes and whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't. I don't care. You're reading too much into it. As like as a ape cinephile, I like, you're allowed to have whatever takeaway you want, but my takeaway is that the only takeaway from King Kong is that it's that, and you're not allowed to have any other opinion. That's coming from me, the expert. I'm an expert in monkey business. Actually, I don't like using that term because I think it's actually very like offensive. It's just like a sweeping generalization, that like all business that monkeys do is like monkey business, when that's not true. I know I'm not a monkey. I'm an ape. There's also a difference. Sometimes people attribute what I'm doing as monkey business, and I think that's even worse because I'm not even a monkey. And monkeys, like, their business sometimes, like a lot of their business is actually very serious sometimes. Like, there are a lot of monkeys who take their job very seriously. They have like real things they gotta worry about in life. Like my friend is a monkey. His children actually had to take all five of his kids to the hospital because they got like traumatic like head injuries after falling off of the bed. And it's very sad, and like for someone to like call that monkey business as a way to like demean it or to like make fun of it, I find that very rude. And like, maybe we need to just like, maybe we need to change the connotation of that phrase, and maybe like introduce like ape antics, howler, monkey hobbies, orangutan, going abouts, just different phrases, but just encapsulating it all as monkey business is just, that's outdated. That's an outdated term. And also, by the way, my cousin, now that I'm thinking about it, my cousin actually, he also is having some trouble. He was in the 100 Men vs. Gorilla Wars, and of course those are very devastating times. It happened like earlier this year, but they were actually very devastating for the ape community. Me, the gorillas, me and my tribe. It was actually it's a very hard time. I couldn't look at the news because every single day it was like people saying like, like going after us gorillas, saying that like humans could like beat it, and like I know like a lot of people overestimate the power of me and my tribe. Because it's like a hundred guys. It was 100 guys. I know that like gorillas are strong and all that, but it was 100 people. My cousin, he didn't last like more than 50. Luckily, it was like a Mr. Beast challenge, so they didn't kill him. If this happened like in the wild, they probably would have killed my cousin. It was like a YouTube like Mr. Beast thing. So he was able to tap out, but he was also gravely injured, and so he's working on. I think he's gonna sue Mr. Beast because he did not sign in the contract that he didn't know. He can't read, so I guess maybe that's not a very good case. He shouldn't have signed the contract to begin with if he couldn't read it. I'm not his lawyer though. I hope. I mean, he's not gonna win any fucking money, but I hope that he finds at least some peace of mind. Maybe Mr. Beast can like feel some empathy for him and like pay his medical bills. And yeah, my cousin, he kind of went big time on all of us. If he was back here, we would have just fucking rubbed some mud on him, on his wounds, and he would have been healed. That's what we do over here. But no, he wants professional medical treatment. He wants all the doctors and the machines hooked up to him. There's like that photo of the gorilla being like he's asleep because of anesthetics, and there's like zookeepers doing like surgery on him. That's kind of like what he does. He likes doing that. It's a bit bougie over here, but to each their own, I guess. A lot of people ask me about like the ripeness, like what's the best like ripeness for a banana, which is also like kind of it's kind of a stereotype. Like we don't all like I like bananas just fine. Like they're fine, bananas are fine, but like my favorite fruit. Like I'm definitely not eating them like 24/7. We don't have like big like basements or big caves full of just a big pile of bananas. Unlike what the mainstream media wants you to believe. Like we find some on a tree, maybe we find multiple. We spread it around the colony, and then we enjoy the treat. But like it's not my favorite. Like if I found like a pineapple or like a grapefruit, like I would be like a little bit more ecstatic. I'm not complaining, obviously. It's good to have a nice, tasty banana. But either way, people still ask me, like, do you like it? Like, is it best when it's like green? How many brown spots is too many? Because sometimes like a little bit of you don't want it to get too rotted, but sometimes like some of the brown spots, they add like a little bit of like zest, like flavor to it. Like a little bit of like a hint of like something more than just like a plain old perfectly yellow banana. And I think the green also does that too. I think that also, it's just like super ripe, straight off the bone. It's like a different feeling. And then sometimes people get like real weird into the questions. They're like, do you like banana splits? I'm like, no, that's like way too many. There's too many things going on there, like the mixing of the fruit and the ice cream. I think I like more of just like a vanilla, like not vanilla ice cream. I just mean like basic. It's just a banana. It's just like a classic banana. You can't go wrong with the classic. There's a reason why it's sustained for so long. It's because it's good. And even though I'm more of like a pineapple guy, I like pineapple on my pizza. That's kind of a crazy thing. You think like you're a gorilla. I didn't even know you ate pizza. First of all, I do, and second of all, I do have a preference of what toppings. So that's something else that you could have learned with this. And a lot of humans, they get it like the peeling. A lot of them like they don't know how to peel it correctly, and I'm always like, that's like, what are you doing? Because obviously they see the banana, and obviously they have the big stem at the top. You're like, oh, I'm going to grab onto that, and then I'm going to peel it off. Like, yeah, okay, that's kind of, coming from me, that's kind of a primitive thing. Coming from a gorilla, that's kind of crazy. A primate. telling you that what you're doing is kind of primitive. Because you see the big easy lever that you're able to grab onto and peel it, but no. I know that's like, I guess that's just an easy way out, but if you want to do it right, and honestly have a better experience doing it, you got to start from the bottom. The bottom technically is what they call the bottom, but the non-stem part. Because I think it gives you like a better, I feel like it tastes better. Maybe it's just maybe it's like a placebo, like the peace of mind of just like knowing that you're doing it the correct way, as God intended, or maybe you just doing that, you get like the juiciest bits, going that way. It's kind of like when you eat like a Ritz cracker, and you gotta place it salt side down so it hits your tongue, and you get like your taste buds get all the saltiness, because otherwise you're tasting the unsalted part. It's not as good. It's kind of like that with the banana. If you eat it upside down, all the good tasting parts are like, they're like center stage, you know. But yeah, that's my insight. I know everybody's been asking me that. It's all over social media. People ask me when they see me in public. They're like, "What's your thoughts on this about bananas or this about bananas?" I'm getting a call. Sorry, guys. That was my agent, because I just auditioned for the next Planet of the Apes movie. Actually, surprisingly, like, it was pretty easy. You don't got to remember a lot of lines. It's just kind of like, whoo, 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 and you pump your chest a bit. You go like this. And yeah, so I mean, I'm actually a big fan of those movies. I really liked. I was actually thinking about this recently. I was thinking about the third of the new Planet of the Apes movies. I watched all the three of them. I guess there's a fourth one now, but when there was only just three, I watched them all within one sitting, and it was like a magical, like, cinematic experience. Just being transported into this planet of apes for 6 hours. And I was thinking of a scene in the third movie. So I guess spoilers for the third one. Like right at the end, where Caesar, great guy by the way, I've met him multiple times. Caesar, he's a great guy. A lot of chimps that I meet they're like kind of like they're, you know, but Caesar was a great guy. But he's holding a gun up to Woody Harrelson's character's head, and he's about to he wants to shoot him because he killed earlier at the beginning of the movie. Woody Harrelson killed his wife and his son, so he's holding a gun up to him. He's like, because the whole plot is like him trying to find him to get revenge, and also like save. I think after they find him, they like capture like a bunch of his ape friends and to put him in this like prison, basically like an ape concentration camp. Not fun. But Woody Harrelson also, he gets infected with the virus that the humans are getting, because the virus that makes the apes smarter, it's making humans stupider now. It's kind of evolved. So he's nonverbal, and so Caesar like looks at him. He's pointing the gun at him. He's about to get revenge, but he decides not to. He puts the gun down, and then like a couple seconds later, Woody Harrelson shoots himself. You know, he kills himself. So problem solved there. But I was thinking about that scene, and I was like, I can't believe how there is a series of movies, but more specifically this movie, where there is an ape, a realistic looking ape that we're supposed to believe is real in the world of the movie. Like a hyper intelligent one that can talk, he can fucking speak. And pointing a gun at a human's head, and deciding whether or not to let vengeance consume him. And like you take it seriously. Like that blows my mind, that how I'm able to take, like I don't watch that and I go like, this is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. I'm turning this off. I watch that and I go, this is beautiful. This is cinema. Those movies are cinema. They're like I think they're like some of the best like blockbuster movies, because they got the action and the spectacle and like the super well done special effects, but they're also very heartfelt, emotional, kind of. I honestly, making all the main characters apes it honestly kind of helps because you feel more sympathetic towards them just from the get-go because they're animals and you feel more sympathy towards animals than you would humans. Like if they're all humans, because all the apes, they just want to be left alone and they just want to roam around in the grass and swing around all free. That's all we want to do, guys. If it was fucking Planet of the Humans, by movie 2 they'd be like, I don't know, they'd try to make like they're trying to invent like Bluetooth and like social media websites and deep fake porn. That's what they'd be doing by movie 2 if it was Planet of the Humans. Because that's what we did here. So I'm glad it's just apes. It's good to see some good ape representation. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's it sets a bad precedent. I did talk about King Kong, but like just seeing him just get shot out of the sky and killed, like I don't love that. So seeing movies where like the apes succeed in the end, it kind of helps. It really does help as an ape myself. And yeah, so those are great movies. I feel like I had something else to say about them. Oh yeah, I was at the audition. A lot of other gorillas there. Kind of felt, and they all kind of looked exactly like me. So I kind of felt a little uneasy. I don't know if I'll get the part. I mean, the director seemed into my performance. Those movies have to be like the most like trust the process of all Hollywood films. Because I bet like all the actors that are pretending to be the apes, they have to feel like fucking idiots. They're walking around with those like stilt things, and they're like on all fours basically, and just like going ape shit. Yeah, for lack of a better term. Fuck. Thank you. But then like they put all the special effects in, and they score the movie, and they color correct it. They put nice the Foley artists do stuff, and everything just comes together. All the shots are well shot, and you're like, oh wait, this is actually a great movie. You can't even tell that it was me in a jumpsuit with crutches. Basically, they're basically like crutches. It was like, imagine like filming that and going back to your trailer and just being like, oh my fucking god, dude. I moved to Hollywood, dude. I left my home in Utah and I moved to Hollywood to do this. Oh my god. Maybe you love it. Maybe you don't want to stop being an ape. I mean, I don't blame you. It's kind of great. It's kind of great being us. Maybe you want to just like you're like, can I take these with me into my trailer? These like crutch things. Maybe, and like you're like, I don't know, like being an ape is pretty cool. You don't have to wear clothes. You can shit just wherever you want, and just like throw it so it's not in your way. You don't have to like, apes don't have to make resumes. Apes don't have to go on LinkedIn or respond to discussion posts or apes don't have to fucking go on Tinder dates or pay taxes. That's a big one. Apes, they don't have to do that. You could fucking just go be an ape. Some maybe like rip off a guy's face every now and then. That's what we do, and it's a wonderful life, and we're thriving. I wanted to show you guys this video that I saw on Instagram. I thought it was nice. Let's show you. Let's see what you guys think. It's this guy makes music. He's asking, should he make this a full song? Check this out. Yeah, banana phone. Isn't that so silly? Like, bananas are not. You can't talk on bananas as like a telephone, as you would a telephone. That's like, they're for eating. So I just thought that was like a silly video. As like, 'cause I mean, I'm kind of the expert on bananas, as we went over earlier. But it's like, I mean, I think I've tried. I've looked at bananas. I've inspected bananas pretty thoroughly. I don't think you can eat those or you can use those as a. I mean, how would that even work? They don't have like microchips or like like satellite any wiring in them. But I think I would taste if there was a. What's the thing? What the fuck? How do phones work? I don't know what things go inside of phones that make them call. There's no. What's it called? Landline. I'm sorry. I'm an ape. I don't know much about technology. Okay. I just found out about these crazy things called saws. I just found out about saws. My friend, he's an orangutan. He just learned how to use a saw. It was pretty crazy. That is an insane like budding technology that we got to look out for. Let's see like if there's anybody has like any good updates on how we can revolutionize that. I would love to know because using the saw is like I feel like that just like opened up a whole new realm of possibilities. And then I got my other friend. He was driving that golf cart around. Oh God, dude! So there's a whole wide world out there. I still prefer horseback, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, guys, I thought I would talk about some recent events. Recently, this is kind of a big thing. It's already kind of passed now, but there was the thing with popular talk show host Chimpy Kimmel. His show, the Chimpy Kimmel Show, or the Tonight Show with Chimpy Kimmel. I don't remember what it's called. It got taken off the air over some monkey business, but then it was brought back because of backlash towards Chimpsney, who own ABC that runs the show. But yeah, they brought his show back, and he came back with this monologue about like Donald Chimp and just all the whole storm that was going on, and the chairman of the FCC, the funky chimp commission. It was a crazy thing. I mean, that monologue that actually got like, I think it was his most viewed monologue ever. It was posted on YouTube, and I thought it was kind of crazy. It's kind of, watching that kind of reminds me of like when, like the alpha of the group of your tribe. You say something that he doesn't like, and he uses his power to just like ban you from the watering hole. And you can't, it's like it's not fair. Like we're all equally privileged to use the water hole. Like you can't just ban people because I said something you don't like, such as I don't think bananas taste the best. I do think pineapples are better. I like the taste of pineapples more. They're juicier. But I guess you gotta ban me from the fucking water hole. Sorry, this is kind of a sensitive subject for me. I really related to Chimpy and his struggle. I watched his monologue. I usually don't watch the Chimpy Kimmel Show. But I usually don't watch the Chimpy Kimmel Show because not because I usually don't watch the Chimpy Kimmel Show, but watching this monologue, I was kind of impressed. I was like, wow, obviously they have a lot of I usually don't watch the Chimpy Kimmel Show. I usually just catch like interviews with people that I like. Some of the bits that he does are funny. Like there's the one with Will Ferrell and Ryan Gosling, and fuck. I usually don't watch the Chimpy Kimmel Show. I'll see if maybe he's interviewing someone that I like. There's also some bits like the one with what's their names? Ryan Gosling and Will Gorilla Ferrell. I watched that one. Those were good bits. I think he did multiple times. Yeah, but I watched the monologue and I was kind of impressed by the I don't know, just like the nature of the show. I mean, they have a lot of money behind them and a lot of people working, but I'm always impressed by like big, elaborate like live show events that go well. Because I mean, there's a lot of times they can go wrong. But I guess it wasn't that elaborate. They just had this bit with fuck. They had this bit with this actor, and his name is Robert. Robert. His name was Robert De Niro. But he was an ape. And he was like the bit was like he was the new chairman of the FCC because the real life chairman made a threat on a podcast towards ABC. ABC obviously stands for Apes, Bananas, Chimps, and so they were kind of like playing off that bit. So Robert De Niro, the ape, is like a mob boss basically running the FCC. And he's like, because he wasn't there, it was like kind of like a video thing. And then like, I mean, they planned it out. It was, I don't know, like, I don't know if it was like, I think it was just like a live call, like he was there. So I don't know. I was like impressed how smooth it went. And then there was like he got a call on the phone that was planned out. And I was like, I was surprised like how well the bit was. Because I don't know, like I was like, how did he? They must have like really good internet connection, and like he's got to hear him. They're like probably like halfway across. Maybe he was just in the back room. I don't know. But I'm always impressed when they do stuff live. I don't know. Is the show weekly or is it like every day? Because I'm like every week they're doing like bits like this, and they have to do it all live. I guess it's a lot of pressure. I'm sure. But I just know that like if I was that were me, and I had to do stuff live, if something went wrong, I think I would like just freak out. Like if I was Chimpy Kimmel and something went wrong on my show, I would start sweating. I would just, all my pores would open up. I would instantly become red and moist. It would not be a good time. That's why I don't do this podcast live, because I can't. I got a phone call earlier. I don't know how I would. You just had my fucking my doctor calling me and saying, "Oh yeah, here's all your personal medical history." Like what went on that phone. But yeah, watching that, it was kind of. I mean, I don't want to like overstate it, but it was like it was a big pop culture moment. It was a big moment, and he's kind of Chimpy's kind of going up there. He knows that there's going to be a lot of eyes on this. And I thought it was funny. Maybe I'm just the target audience for Chimpy Kimmel, but I thought it was really funny. Because I mean, it was a big thing. A lot of people were going like, cancel your Chimpsney Plus subscriptions and your ESPNs, and your Hulus. A lot of big stars were saying that. I'm glad this didn't happen back in March while Daredevil was going on, because I would have been like, are you sure, guys? Do we have to? No, I'm kidding. I would have done it in solidarity with Chimpy Kimmel. And then there was like this petition, I think, or like this like thing with all these celebrities that were like showing support for Chimpy, sorry. And one of them was Pedro Novo Pascal. And like once I saw that he was in support of it, I was like, they have to bring him back. Chimpsney has to bring him back. Pedro Novo Pascal is like, he's like the center of two of their biggest movie franchises. Like, what are they gonna replace Pedro Novo Pascal with Glenn Powell? Like, they're gonna replace? Oh, here's the new Mandalorian. It's Glenn Powell. There's no hate towards Glenn Powell. I just think it would be funny if they just whitewashed two of Pedro Novo's biggest roles. I watched, by the way, speaking of Pedro, I watched the Ape-tastic 4 because it's out on digital. I rewatched that. Fucking love that movie, dude. I don't want to get too into it. You know, because I don't want this to be like a comic book movie podcast, you know. I want this to just because I could talk about that for like 2 hours every week and never get bored of just my thoughts on comic book movies. But I'm not gonna do that to help. I'm saving you, okay? But I watched that movie. I love it so much, dude. A lot of people are like, oh, there's something missing for it, but I'm like, it's the Ape-tastic Four. They're the baseline superheroes. Whereas like, you know, Thunderbolts, they have like a bit of edge to it. The Fantastic Four, they're like tried and true like superheroes. It makes sense that their movie was more streamlined compared to Thunderbolts. But like the movie, it looks great. I love their costumes. They like the sweater like costumes, and then like the color of them. And it's like they peeled them off of a comic book page, and pasted it onto an IMAX screen. In this case, my computer screen, because I watched on my computer. And I love the cast, especially. Like I love like all the cast are like I haven't heard of, I hadn't seen anything Vanessa Kirby was in, but I'd watched something that the other three were in, and like I thought that they were really great in it. Eben Moss-Backrack especially, he's like one of my favorite actors. I just love the cast. I love the look. I love the whole thing. The Galactuses, the Silver Surfers, the music is great. Although there was this one track that I was trying to find after I watched the movie. I don't think it's on the official soundtrack. I need some help, guys. Let me know if you can find this anywhere, because I skimmed the whole soundtrack and I don't think I heard it, but I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe if you can just fucking recreate it and send it to me. In the scene on the Ape-tastic Four, when Johnny Storm, he first listens to like the gold records with the alien speech. There's a song that plays, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's I always like that kind of music where it's kind of like it's uplifting a little bit, and kind of like hopeful and like whimsical. It's like boop 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 boop, and it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like the first scene where he listens to the records, the golden records with the alien speech, and he like looks out to the stars because he really likes space. I like that song in it. So let me know if you know where that is, or if you can just recreate it and fucking just send it to me. Anyways, guys, let's go back to let's fucking actually let's doom scroll a bit more. I got this video. I saw this video a couple days ago, and it fucking killed me. I thought this was so funny. There's this guy. He's a nuclear engineer, okay? And he makes videos reacting to just videos, other videos online. And he has very useful insight that I wanted to show you guys. So here's this guy's video.
Place the flies in the fridge until they stop moving.
Flies are cold-blooded, so this would actually work. Bit like shutting down a reactor by cooling it to cryogenic temperatures. Theoretically possible.
Then slice a matchstick in half and glue a paper-thin wing across the top.
Okay.
Add tiny drops of glue to the wing, one for each fly.
I mean, it is possible to make a glider that small.
Then stick the dormant flies on by their bellies.
That's not going to be nearly enough. Glue is heavy compared to a fly's thrust capacity, which is about 1 millinewton. Flies can lift itself, but not the glue plus the glider. This is a bit like embedding nuclear fuel rods in tons of concrete. Just not enough to start a reaction.
It is like that.
All pointing in the same direction. Breathe warm air across their bodies, and as they wake up, their wings buzz back to life.
Okay, so this would indeed bring them back. However, they will not be in sync. Without some sort of neurological coordination, you're just gonna flap randomly. This would be a bit like if control rods bounced in and out randomly in your nuclear reactor.
I get it
It's
now.
just not gonna work.
And the whole plane lifts off the ground.
No, you would need thousands of them in perfect sync. Nature already solved this. It's called a bird. This is a bit like saying you can power a reactor by dropping a handful of U-235 atoms in a pot of water, off by several orders of magnitude.
It is a bit like saying that. He's right. So I thought it was really late at night, and I saw that video, and it killed me. All the comments are like, this guy only has one fucking frame of reference. He's comparing everything to nuclear physics. Although in watching that now, he does know a surprising amount of information about flies. such as their thrust capacity being a millinewton. I didn't know that. The thing about the neurological coordination. So he's very knowledgeable about a lot of things, but I appreciate him putting it into nuclear reactor terms for me, so I could understand that video. Because I had no idea what the fuck the original was talking about until he says, it's kind of like when you put the control rods in the handful of U-235 atoms in a pot of water. I was like, oh, I get it now. That makes so much more sense. So I wonder if he does this in like normal conversation. But the fly thing and the plane fucking debunked by this guy, by this bloke here. He's sitting right in front of his nuclear engineer, his PhD or whatever. So that's how you know. Yeah, but thanks for simplifying that down. It's like, imagine he's like talking to like what's something funny? He's like, his wife is like, I don't think it's working out. We've been trying to keep it together for the kids, but it's like, I don't know. There's just really no way of just like the fire between us. It went away. And he's like, actually in Chernobyl, they couldn't stop the core that was melting with water because it would cause another reaction that would make it even worse. So instead they used sand. And his wife's like, okay, listen, I love your little nuclear engineer references. That's why I married you. But I'm trying to be serious here, okay? Nuclear physics is no joke, okay? It's kind of like when we're splitting apart like atoms in a nuclear missile. And I can't think of any more. I literally don't know. I don't know anything about the nuclear core. I only know that Chernobyl detail because of the Chernobyl show. Next up on the is this guy. I've seen a couple of his videos before. He's always getting recommended to me. I can't. I'm enamored. I have to watch the whole thing. His name is like Demon God XX or some shit. And he makes a lot of videos about why he can't find a girlfriend and how his standards are too high. And in this video, he lists them all out. This isn't the first time he's listed them all out, I don't think. From my knowledge of what his videos, I feel like I've seen multiple videos of him listing out his standards. But this one stuck out to me. The caption reads, "The lowest I'll go to have a GF." So, it's already kind of rude. I hope you don't say that to her. Like, honey, you're the lowest I'll go. If you were any less attractive, I would have fucking kicked you to the street. But here's this guy. Let's see what he has to say.
Yo, it's your boy
Interesting attire.
X, and this is the bare minimum of what I want for a
bare
girlfriend
minimum
for my type. It's very simple, really. No, it's not. Alright, so my race that I want to have for a girlfriend is...
What? I'm sorry, what do you mean? We're starting off with race. Great, cool. I hope he says, guys, my race, it's actually everybody. It's, I don't discriminate. That's what he's going to say right here.
Is either white or Asian.
Oh, okay. No. Usually people that have like a race requirement for their dating partners is they usually start and end at white. So that's an interesting coincidence. The Asian edition, though, that's a little different, possibly. Maybe, I mean, he definitely has an Asian fetish. Just look at him. He definitely has an Asian fetish, but I digress. Let's
and
keep
they have
going.
to be emo. So either white emo or Asian emo. So you're welcome, white.
Okay, they have to be emo. I'm sure there are black emo women, and Mexican emo women, and Middle Eastern emo women. I don't know why that's like. I mean, I guess he doesn't like those ones though. So I guess yeah.
Asian girls. Yours truly, DGX Emo X. Alright, so the body type, she has to be thick. I like a girl that's thick, like thick everywhere. Especially have curves too on top of it.
Yep.
And also has C cup, you know what? And also,
You know
don't
what?
look in the back.
He's kind of
You know
afraid
what,
to say
that's
it.
what's up. And yeah, I like that shit, bro. That's the type of body I like to have for a girlfriend. Other than that, she can be skinny. So yep, there's that.
She can be skinny. I'm allowing you to be skinny. Don't worry, guys. He's letting you. Oh, you don't know whether or not to be skinny? I'll let you be skinny. Go ahead. I'm allowing you to do that. I know it's very easy. So just go ahead and you're free. You're free to be skinny now. Obviously, he's able to say this. He's able to make demands of that sort because of his peak physique. So, you're allowed to be skinny. Don't worry.
Have C cup and also big dump truck. I'll let you know if you have one or not. I'll let you know if you have this and that.
He's afraid to say it. He'll let you know though. Fucking send him, just show him, and he'll be like, "Yeah, you're in. Yeah, come on in."
Other than that, she has to be loyal. She has to be respectful. She has to be loving. She has to be caring.
Okay, those are more reasonable to just be a nice, good person.
She has to be sweet. She has to be awesome. She has to be romantic.
You have to be awesome.
And also loves the game and can play video games. And also likes to go out and do things like.
Gamers don't go outside, so that's kind of your doom there. Sorry. Right now he's listed 10 things so far. So, but 10, I guess 10 on top of the other things that he said before. So the list is kind of building up here.
Things like activities like mini golfing or go-karting or going to the movies.
Go-karting is fun.
Yeah, all that stuff. So yeah. Also, for the height for my girlfriend to be, is that either she has to be 5'0" or 5'7".
Okay, only those two. If you are fucking anything in between, you have to be either 5 foot or 5'7". Okay, that's all I'm into. No 5'1". Don't fucking even talk to me if you're 5'5".
That's
Okay.
the bare minimum I'm gonna go, or in between.
In between.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, either 5'0" or 5'7" or in between.
Don't talk to me if you're 4'9". How common is 4 foot? Is 4'9" a common thing? I guess I know a lot of people, they want a girlfriend that's shorter than them. So I guess I understand to a certain extent cutting it off at 5'7". Although it makes me think that he's 5'8", because at least I guess 5'10" is kind of tall, but stopping at 5'7" is odd. I don't understand having a height minimum. I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean, maybe I don't think I would be with someone who's 1 foot tall. That might be a little too weird for me. So I guess, but I'm 4'9". That's kind of
the height. So yep. Age-wise, she has to be either 20 or 27, or in between.
Why does he keep saying it like that? 20 or 27, or in between. Just go. They have to be between 20 and 27. That's a way easier way to say it, dude.
All right.
Piss me off.
Please be 21, at least, because I look like I'm 21 still, but I'm 28. But please be 21.
He looks like he's 21 still. But he's 28. Fuck, dude, I thought that was a fucking 18-year-old. What the hell? You are 28? What? I'm not going to make fun of the guy's looks, okay? But if you go, you can be between 20 or 27, but please be 21. Just say you're fucking 21 through 27. What do you mean? Why you do? I think if you're 28, I don't think you should go below 21 even. I feel like asking for 20 is kind of weird. I mean, it's legal, but it's kind of weird. I think he's saying 21 so they can drink. But why even include 20 at all?
But please be 21. Please. If you're not 21 and if you're 20, that's fine. I just want a girlfriend that's over 20, please. Please just have a girlfriend that's over 20. Also, for the type of voice I want to have for my type of girlfriend is that she has to speak English and no accent.
What? Have you ever? I don't even think having a type for the voice of a potential partner is that. I don't think that's a thought that's ever even crossed my mind. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? She has to speak. He says no accent. speak English with no accent. So it's like, okay. But then he also has like, I want the race to be Asian, and I know that there are a lot of Asian Americans who are like fluent in English and don't have an accent because they grew up here. But like, you want an Asian woman to have learned a second language and completely gotten rid of their accent just so they could be with you. Like, imagine they meet all of these requirements, like an Asian woman, but they just have like kind of an accent, and he's like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Especially for the Asian girls.
Oh my
Please
god.
have an English voice and also have no accent.
Especially for you
English.
tricky
Really
Asian
appreciate
girls.
that. For the pitch for the voice,
Mischievous.
for my type of girl, is that
The
has to be
pitch for
in
the voice.
between.
That's what he just said. The pitch for the voice. What do you mean? You have to sing in the key of E all the time. For the pitch for the voice, you have to have perfect pitch. I cannot stand it when people don't have perfect pitch. I will not get with you if you are out of tune. If your voice is flat, I do not want to talk to you. You have to hit those runs amazingly.
My type of girl is that has to be in between. Not too high, not too low. It's just
Okay,
in the middle.
fucking Goldilocks.
Also, she has to be emo, she has to be girly, and she has to be somewhat, in a way, tough. All three into one. Also not ghetto. No ghetto-ness, please. Nothing of that shit. You can be gangster, but not ghetto. There's a difference. Trust me, there's a fucking difference. You would not believe how I figured out how there's a difference. Because if you believe, you would know what I mean.
Those hand signs were kind of actually gangster, in his words to put it. So I guess he does have the authority to demand that.
I mean, that's it. That's it, bro. That's it. Now that's it. That's it. Oh, and also not to be a gold digger.
He added that ADR in at the end because that was very important. Because he's rolling in it. Do you see that shirt? You know how much that cost on Shein? That guy's rolling in it. All the gold diggers, get away from him. Obviously this is fucking insane. Although when I saw another one of his videos, there are ones where he goes on like tirades about like not smoking and not drinking. So I guess, according to this, he's let that go. You can smoke and you can drink all you want around him. I think this, not to get too mean or too, he's self-aware about it, right? He's always like, his thing is like, I'm never going to get a partner because my standards are too high. And it's like, if you know that it's wrong, like you can not be that. You can lower your standards a bit. Your girlfriend can have a voice that's, not perfectly in the key of E all the time. Maybe it's a semitone or two, a little higher than you like. And yeah, it's signs of like someone who has never gone out and talked to people ever before. Because I feel like people with these, I always don't like it when people ask me if I have a type, because I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know. It's like, do people go out with a fucking like a checklist, and like they scope the area? They go out to the bar and they're like scanning. Do they have? Okay, she has perfectly type 3C hair. I don't know if that's. I don't know. It's like sometimes you just fucking talk to someone, and you just like you vibe really well with them, and you just like you start to like them. Like that's how it works. So this guy having like this odd list of like requirements, like it tells me like he's never just gone out and like met someone and just like become enamored by them. That's what it says to me. As an ape that doesn't look a day past 18 despite being 37, those are my 2 cents on that. And that is the end of And that's the end of this episode, I think. What's going on, guys? I've been addicted to that Foxy Shazam song that's in the Peacemaker intro in season 2. It's just, it's like so, I have it on repeat, man. And I don't, like, it's like, when the season started, everyone was like, I mean, the season 1's intro is better because it was more surprising. Which, yeah, that aspect I like. That was surprising when I saw it, but like, maybe just because I don't like the song as much in season 1. But this second season intro is so great, and the song is amazing. They hit. I've never even heard of these Foxy Shazam fellows, but they hit notes that I didn't even think existed in that chorus, and it's amazing. And actually, Fortnite removed the fucking emote based off of that intro because, I guess, spoilers for Peacemaker season 2. They revealed like there's a little move that they do at the beginning. It's like a foreshadowing for that. The universe that they go to is actually run by Nazis. So they do a hand movement that kind of like imitates a swastika. And I guess James Gunn didn't tell them, or like nobody found out, which is kind of crazy. So they plucked it. I don't know, maybe they've put it back. I think it's still gone. I bought the Peacemaker skin too, by the way. I didn't get the emote, so good thing I didn't waste my V-Bucks on something that was going to get taken out. And it's kind of a double-edged sword. One, it's like it's on one hand it's stupid to take it out because it's like, obviously it's not like a pro-Nazi thing. Like the show is obviously anti-Nazi. James Gunn is anti-Nazi. He has a lot of things where people are killing Nazis in a lot of his shows and movies. So I don't think it's like the origins and the intention of it is not pro-Nazi, but I can imagine a world where like on Fortnite kids are using it as like, or like neo-Nazi groups are like using it as like some kind of dog whistle. So I could see why they would want to take it out. Because of all the neo-Nazis that are playing Fortnite. Actually, 99% of the Fortnite players are neo-Nazis. I'm in the 1% though. I am in the 1%. I'm a gorilla. I don't even know what a Nazi. What does that even is? What was the other thing I was gonna say about it? Oh yeah, it's just they're gonna have to take that out, and then the neo-Nazis they're gonna have to settle on using a different emote for their dog whistles, like the fucking. I don't know very many emotes. They're gonna have to use the floss. And nobody's gonna be able to floss anymore because the Nazis ruined it. Thanks, Nazis, you ruined it. Actually, that kind of also related. I was watching the new season of South Park. That shit is so fucking funny. A couple months ago, I tried watching South Park from the beginning, just because I wanted to like know all of like the references and the pop culture sphere of South Park, and kind of like know its relevance and like importance in like television history. I started watching that. I kind of just waned off because I mean it's a lot of seasons, it's a lot of episodes. But I watched this new season because I kept hearing about it, and that stuff is it's so funny, and it's scarily accurate. Sometimes the accuracy is, I mean, it's just a satire. Sometimes the accuracy is the humor of it itself, just shining a spotlight on how stupid everything is. I was laughing super hard in episode 1 because Cartman was like, he was sad because the anti-woke movement has kind of taken over, and so now it's like it's the dominant idea is like being against everything that's considered woke. So like being just against like recognizing societal or like what the fuck's the word? I don't know, just discrimination in general. So Cartman's sad about it because him being super offensive and is not special anymore. And so he's sitting by the lake, and then Butters comes. Butters is he's so cute. I was watching scenes with Butters, and I'm like, he's so adorable. I have like a parental like what do they say? They have like parental connection to them. I have that with Butters. But Cartman's like, well, this is it. I'm gonna kill myself, and you. And I just that was killing me. That was my favorite punchline. Just say you're gonna kill myself. That is an A1 punchline. Anyways, yeah, watch South Park. Some of those things. There's that one part with like Donald Chimp, where they have like a real guy. It looks like a real guy, and he looks exactly like, I don't know if it was like prosthetics or like a mix of that and like CGI. It was crazy. I was like, how did they do that? It looks exactly like Donald Chimp. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this episode, guys. I'm a gorilla.